John chapter 12 verse 9. Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead. That meant, okay, the high priest is now, he needs to die. In the previous section we saw Mary washing the feet of Jesus, anointing him, and that is the thing then which drove Judas over the bend, to put it over the edge. So everything is now in place for the final act. What is going to happen? There are some loose ends left, and the high priest wants to make sure, these people want to make sure that there are no loose ends. Like they want to commit the perfect crime here and get away with it. Now they're not going to get away with it because God sees everything and God will judge them for they're trying to get away with it in the year 70 AD. Verse 9. When the large crowd of the Jews learned that Jesus was there, they came, not only on account of him, but also to see Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead. Okay, so they heard that Jesus was there, and then they came there for a very simple reason. Not so much for what Jesus did, but to see if, not so much for Jesus' sake, but for the sake of Lazarus, actually, to see, the guy that Jesus raised from the dead. Verse 10, so the chief priests made plans to put Lazarus to death as well, because on account of him, many of the Jews were going away and believing in Jesus. So they decided, okay, we need to get rid of Lazarus as well, because thanks to Lazarus, or because of the death or the resurrection of Lazarus, many of the Jews, of those who kind of they hated Jesus, they are now starting to believe in Jesus as well. The problem always when one sits at the back of the train at the seats, and we always seemingly only get the back seats. Or that the doors open the whole time and it's very loud. Anyhow, okay. John chapter 12 verse 9. So Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead, and which led ultimately to the guys deciding that even the high priest chirping in that it's just time for him to go. That's just that. He needs to die before we lose it all. Then we've seen in the previous section how Judas was pushed over the edge by Mary wasting money, right? And now everything kind of is falling into place. But now there are a few loose ends. When they're going to do the evil deeds, they want to make sure all the loose ends are tied up. Okay, that no one can find anything there, that there's nothing left to show or to prove or anything of that matter to show that, leave any loose ends.